Audio, audio. Okay, audio sounds good. I got the green lights. Excuse me. So sounds good. Let me try this one.
Three set behind 49 states affiliate Sorokin, and the Rangers wrapped up a 2-1-1 road trip with a 3-2 loss.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to my live stream. My name is Danny. I am located in Yonkers, New York, USA, and I'm going to be on for the next couple hours. You could talk about radio or anything otherwise, radio related or anything otherwise. Today is Thanksgiving here in the United States. So I want to wish all the everybody, especially in the United States, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have enjoy your Turkey Day today, and yeah, so definitely, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, especially those that are serving overseas or are not home for the Thanksgiving holiday, especially you guys and you women. Thank you for your service and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. All right. So I'm on early today. It's 10:03 a.m. here in the East Coast. The reason why I'm on today early because obviously it's Thanksgiving and I'm gonna be busy later on today. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy eating good. So I was gonna do a live stream yesterday, surprise live stream yesterday. But I said, you know what, I'll just do it Thursday morning. Because yesterday I was still a little bit under. Plus, I had to do some last minute stuff. So I'm a lot better today. I just have a little sniffle. But I'm okay. My son is better. He's sleeping right now. He was up all night. Because he knows he doesn't have to go to school today. So he was up all night playing. So right now he's sleeping. My wife is sleeping upstairs. She was, preparing everything last night. So it's all quiet in the house. So I figured let me be on for a couple of hours. We could talk about anything you guys want to talk about. I just finished watching the World Cup match. It was Uruguay and South Korea, and the ended in a zip. Well, no score, draw, scoreless draw. So I guess that's a good win for Korea then, because hey, it's Uruguay. You figure Uruguay was gonna win, but South Korea, hey, they managed to get a tie. That's a point in the standings for them. So good job, South Korea. So anyway, I see 3 people watching. Hello, and welcome to the live stream. So yeah. So I just received yesterday my auto tuner. This is for the Yaesu FT818. So it took a little long. It was like over a week. So I finally got it. So now I can use this radio. I can transmit now with this radio. The auto tuner. 20 watts. Can handle up to 20 watts. Yeah, so definitely. This is the one a lot of people recommend this one for this radio. So, and it wasn't cheap. $150 total. But and it runs on four AA batteries. Of course, it comes with the cat cable. It came with the cat cable for the ASU. So I'm gonna be trying this out. Most likely I'll be doing FT8 first on 10 meters, and then I'll start doing some, single sideband and all the good stuff. And of course, eventually, when I get my general, I can work my way other bands. But right now, I have to put that on hold because it's been busy. I've been busy this month, so I'm just gonna put it off till January, and then right before the new year, I'll set a hard date on it. I'll call up Paul. He's the guy that gave me the test from when I did when I got the technician. I'll call Paul up and I'll tell him that I want to take it sometime in January. And then that way, once I have a hard date set on there, then I can back out. So that's why I recommend if you're going to go for the technician license, and also the QRZ, they're still doing the giveaway. I didn't know that. I checked it the other day. It's up to December 31st or supplies last. So if you haven't have if you're in the United States, wow, okay. You're excited here. If you're in the United States and you haven't have your ham license and you want to get your ham license, they're extending the free radio until December 31st. Because originally it was up to the end of October, but then I checked it on QRZ the other day, and it's still the offer still excuse me, it's still available. So if you're thinking about getting your technician license in the United States, I know Keegan, if you're out there, you got now they extended it till December 31st or supply because I guess it was very popular, and they want to keep it going because I guess they're getting a lot of donations to fund the giveaway, so it's been extended to December 31st. So anybody considering and getting into the hobby, if you need another motivation, is to get this radio. So it's nice. It's a good radio. It's a nice radio for. It really is a good radio. This is the Explorer QRZ1. So again, until December 31st, if you get your license, even if you pass all three in the same day, and they want to welcome you into the hobby, you can get this radio for free. And also, mine came with the software package, but it didn't come with the cable, the programming cable. Now they're giving you this and the programming cable, and I think the software, but I'm not sure about the software. I know it's this and the programming cable for free. So what you do is when you take the test, you pass it, you get your call sign, then you got to register the QRZ. Then once you are approved in QRZ, which takes about 24 hours, then you not automatically, then you apply to the you'll see it in QRZ, the giveaway, and you'll get this for free. What they do is they're going to give you a voucher. Once you get approved, they're going to give you a voucher. You go to Gigaparts. There's a voucher for Gigaparts, and you're going to get this for free. Basically, it's going to discount all of it. The MSRP on this radio is, I believe, $59.95. Also, I'm getting an itch in my nose. What the hell? Okay. $59.95, I believe, is the retail value on this radio. So, of course, the QR code, the discount code is going to make this free. Shipping included, everything. Okay, unless you want, and that's regular shipping. Now, if you want expedited shipping like FedEx and all that, then you have to put whatever the difference is for that. So I recommend it if you're thinking about getting your license. Why not go for it and get a free radio? I mean, when I took mine, um, I didn't know about the giveaway, and I had just happened. I was like, I found out about it. I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna get the free radio too. I'm gonna go for the free radio. And once I got my call sign right away, and I got it for in about a week after that. So once I got my QRZ account, um, I got the next day I got approved for the giveaway, and then I went to Gigaparts, and then I ordered it, and I got it within about 4 or 5 days. And I made a video. I made a couple of videos on this, I believe. Well, I made one. Actually, I made a couple of them. I made a couple of videos on this one. But I like this radio. It's a very good radio, and it's good that they do that. And also, I have it down there. Also, I just found out today, SDRPlay, because I know when the holiday season is coming up. Boy, it is here now. Thanksgiving kind of kicks off the holiday season. The SDRPlay just announced that if you want to buy the RSPdx, there's a sale on that now. I believe up to December 30th. What is it? Let me check real quick. I know they just announced it. Let me check. Actually, let me check. Let me check anyway. There's actually two promotions for that. Basically, you can get it up to $70 off because the retail price for the SDRPlay RSPdx is $249. However, if you go to their website SDRplay.com, I'll put the link right now. Let me just put the link. Copy, put the link here. And I think it's a very good deal. If you're thinking about getting the RSPdx, I will get it now. When I bought mine, I paid what it was. I think it was $292. No, I think it was $200. Yeah, $199, and then of course the shipping and everything, it was about $200. So right now, if you, of course, if you're in the UK, it's 130 pounds. Euro, 156 euro, or $169.95 here in the United States for the SPR. What am I saying? What am I? SDRPlay RSPdx. So he just posted a video a few hours ago. John from SDRPlay. And so so if you're really thinking about getting the RSPdx, I would definitely get it. It is a great radio. I love that radio. It's my it has 3 antenna inputs. I don't want to take it out because right now I have it hooked up. I'll show you. Let me just show you and then see it. Because right now I got it hooked up to the, I don't want to disconnect it, and then if I want to use it later. So that is the RSPdx. As you can see, got 3 antennas on it. I got the disc cone. No, actually not this. I got the end fed. And yes, actually, let me see. Oh yeah, the disc cone. What am I saying? So the antenna C is the MLA 30. Antenna B is the end fed, and antenna A is the disc cone. So you can hook up 3 antennas and just switch them in, using SDR Uno. So I highly recommend that SDR. When everybody tells me, well, what SDR should I buy? I have people say, yeah, you buy the RTL SDR, because it's $25 and whatever. And that's great. And I did that. Of course, this one wasn't out then. But eventually you're going to get kind of like, okay, this is an entry-level radio. You want something more, Now, it basically RTL SDR is more like, I think for most people it's more like to get your feet wet, just to get into the SDR hobby, right? Of course, this is the real one. It's not no. They do have counterfeits. Um, I started out with this one, actually the blue one, that old blue one. Was you can't even do HF on that one, but this one you could do HF and medium wave without the up converter. Now I wanted to go down to long wave. I needed the up converter. That's this box right here, the big silver box right there. But by that point, then I said, you know what? I wanted something a little more. And then I bought the RSP1, the original RSP1. I bought that one for $99. And that one is pretty good. That's a pretty good radio. Of course, that one is already discontinued. They have now the RSP at 1A. And the RSP1 is right here. It's right there. Take it out. Let me show you. Right there. Originally, I bought this one, RSP1. Of course, it says 1A because I bought the metal case too. And this is pretty good. But then once they came out with the RSPdx, which has 3 antenna inputs, and I jumped on that one. I said, yeah. And I don't regret it. That's a great radio. So like I said, if you're thinking about getting the RSPdx, I wouldn't wait because I believe, let me see the details on it. I mean, you can go to the website and see the details on it. So yeah, so it's going to be on sale from 25th of November. So tomorrow, the sale up to December 31st. So you'll be able to get the RSPdx for, again, if you're in the UK, it's going to be 130 pounds. Rest of Europe is going to be 156 euro, and in the United States, $169.95. That's a great deal. That's way less than what I paid for it. So you're getting about $70 off on it, about 1/5 of the price. That's a great deal. That's a great deal for that radio. That radio, they compare that when they compare that radio with the Perseus, it's on par with all those more expensive radios. $1,000 radio, SDR, even the ELAD, $500-600 SDR, receiving SDR is RSPDX is on par with those radios. So for $169, $170 US, that's a great radio. There's no doubt about that. So if you haven't got that radio and you're thinking about getting into the hobby, I would just get that radio and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy, and you can run. Of course, I got SDR Uno. Of course, I'm not getting paid for this, people. It's just my opinion. There's no promotion. I'm not getting no kickback, no profit, no commission here. I'm just saying that if you're looking into getting an SDR, and yeah, you can buy this guy and get into the hobby like that. But then you're gonna run out. You're gonna get bored with this very fast, especially at HF, and of course medium wave. And if you want to do long wave, you're gonna it's not gonna cut it. You're gonna need something else. And good morning, Dan. I didn't get. I think I didn't get enough sleep. I did sleep. Good morning, Glenn Dantzler, South Carolina, signing in. And happy Thanksgiving, Glenn. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, so like I said, if you're considering getting the RSPDX, now's the time to get it. And these are the good times to buy it. Like last holiday, I bought the it was on sale. I bought this one over the holidays. I remember it was over the holidays, I believe. It went on sale. That's when I picked it up. So now is the time, especially the Black Friday. There's something you want. There's a radio you eyeing for. You got your eye on that radio. check out those deals now, because you know what? Hey, now is the time to buy them, right? Now is the time to buy those radios. Those radios that you've been eyeing on for the past year or the past few months. Now is the time, So, I get a lot of people ask me about that RSPdx, and they say, wow, well, so now's the time to buy it. No excuse. If you want that radio, go get it. You're not gonna regret it. I'm telling you right now. I love that radio. That's a great radio. This is a great radio too. I'm gonna check out, see, maybe they have a promotion on this too. But definitely, this is the time to look at those deals. Definitely the time to look at those deals. And that's why I got my auto tuner. I would have bought it last month or the month. It was like $175 and something. I forgot. I seen this high. It went down to 120, 129 and change. But then with taxes and all that, it came out to about $140, which is still a great deal for this auto tuner. $140, a great deal. I got a good deal on this one. Because normally I seen this auto tuner for $150. The low end, $150 something. On the high end, I seen as high as almost $179, I believe. I seen that. So yeah, so definitely check out the SDRPlay website if you're considering getting the RSPdx. Yep. So check it out. Let me see what I want. I'm trying to. Anyway, the game is not on for another. The second game just ended, the World Cup. I'm watching the World Cup, and of course, today's Thanksgiving. The game that I want to watch later is the football games. I believe the Giants play the Cowboys today. Is it today? No, I know it's today, but I'm thinking, is it the Giants that play? I forgot this. I haven't been following them. I know the Giants are doing good this year. New York Giants are doing good this year in football. So I'm like, even the Jets. I know earlier you heard me. It was early in the year when I said I'm not a Jet fan, and I'm not a Jet fan. I'm not a Jet fan. I actually love the Packers, and the Packers are not doing good. Packers are awful this year. They're not doing well. I know Keegan shares that with me. He's not happy about the Packers right now, how they're playing. And my expectation of Packers this year wasn't that good, to be honest. I think they're overrated because of we'll get to the whole thing about Aaron Rodgers, but I think they just gave him too much money, and there wasn't enough money to get other players, and they let good players go because they didn't have enough money to pay the other players. So that's why they're struggling right now. One man is not a team, so that's what they're suffering from. So let me go go here for a minute. Like I said, I'll be on for another couple hours or so, and don't be. I got 7 people watching. Don't be afraid to come on the chat. Just say hello. We're friendly here. We got moderators here. In fact, oh yeah, you know what, Glenn, you're gonna be a mod. There you go, because you've been here a few times, and you know what, you're a cool guy. So now you're a moderator. Now you got the wrench. So now you got the wrench, buddy. So anybody messes around in here, you bop them in the head with the wrench. You know what I'm talking about? Those dating things that pop up. Dating stuff. Glenn Dansler. Same radio I use. Great. Paired this morning with the i7 refurbished from Amazon. It was new in the box, $129. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So definitely check out those deals, man. Because I know we got tomorrow's Black Friday. And, my wife and I, we're going to be like checking out stuff, We've been looking at for the last few weeks because I'm eyeing 2 radios. Of course, well, actually 3 radios now. Well, and they're all transceivers. Of course, one is the ICOM IC 7300. I'm eyeing that one. I'm eyeing the Yaesu, the one that Jules has, the FT, was it FTDX10 or something like that? I'm eyeing that one too. But I'm also eyeing the Zygu G90. That's a QRP radio. That's a Chinese one. It's an SDR. I've been eyeing that one for a while. Originally I was gonna buy that one a couple of years ago, but I bought the Yaesu because a couple of years ago it was still fairly new, and there wasn't a lot on it, so I didn't want to. How should I say it? I didn't want to put. I didn't have money, but I didn't want to put $500, $600 on that radio, and it turned out to be a piece of junk. Of course, 2.5 years later, right? Almost 3 years later, that radio is a very popular radio now. The Zygo radios are very popular now. They made a name for themselves. So, even though I got the Yaesu, and the Yaesu, I love the Yaesu. But part of me wish I could have pulled the trigger and bought that Zygo G90. So I'm looking into that one too. I'm looking into that radio too. Yeah, I know I'll be happier with the FTD X10. Yes. Helmet time. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend. I'm off to get ready and go to my dad's house for early dinner, then off to my mom's house for another dinner party in the evening. And enjoy your Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's why I'm coming on early, because I'm gonna be on for a couple of hours, and then I'm not going anywhere. We're gonna have dinner here, and that's it. But because again, that's another thing. You see, like Elmer Time says, he's gonna go to his dad's house and his mom's house. God bless them. Jeff, God bless them. My mom and dad, my mom and dad are no longer here, and my family's here, my wife and son, and my brother, my other brother. He's, we'll have dinner together. It's a small thing, that's it. But yeah, definitely. But I remember back then, when I lived in the Bronx, and my friends, my first dinner will be around this time, 11 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock. Then I would go to my friend's house. I would go to my friend's house, eat dinner there. Then I would go to my significant other's house, whoever it was at the time. Whoever. I had to go to her house, the in-laws, eat dinner there, and then by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I already ate like 3 dinners. Then I would go to whatever local party, because some people throw parties, and I would go. So I would wind up eating like 4 times. By the 4th time, of course, I'm getting loaded too. So, man, that's a lot of calories. So, of course, I don't do that anymore. It's just us here. But I remember those days where I used to go, because my mom would cook early. Like by midday, we're done. And it's early. We have an early Thanksgiving. By midday, the turkey's out, and all my brothers are like a bunch of dogs. They're like, "Oh, bring out the food! Bring out the food!" So we be done by 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're done eating. And then I got the rest of the day to go wherever I want to go, eat over here, go see my friend over here. So it was like an all day thing, I'm jumping on. Like I almost say, he's going to go to his, dad's house for early dinner. Then he's going to probably take a nap, because that tryptophan is going to kick in. Watching football, you're going to be for a couple of hours. Then you're going to go see your mom. There you go. You see, that's a full day. He's gonna have a full day. But you know what? That's good. You know what? God bless you, bro. God bless you and your family. You know what? That's what it's all about. You know. You're welcome, man. You know. But yeah. Oh yeah. So you're like my mom was like that. Everything was done by 12 o'clock. Everything was done. But she stayed up all night. She started early the next day, earlier the day before. She started prepping everything. And then early morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, she put in the turkey in the oven and everything. She's going crazy, like I would stay up, I stay up, I would, because it's exciting for me. I would stay up all night. And that's the way my son was with my wife. My wife is prepping everything now. My son was up all night. He was up all night. He's sleeping now. He's knocked out now. He's not gonna wake up till 1 o'clock at least, or when nudge him, wake him up. He's out. Elmer time, yes. Always early dinner around noon at dad's. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. So that's what remind me. My mom was the same way. Early dinner. Then watch football for the rest of the day. Watch football. Of course I watch, I love football. So I watch football. College football. I love college football too. I don't talk about it here much, but I love college football. That's one of my favorite things to watch is college football. I enjoy college football sometimes more than NFL football. So college football. So anybody want to talk about college football, you can talk with me about college football. I will talk college football. And then of course, first, well, not yet actually. Actually, this is the next weekend is the weekend that, because that's another thing. When I used to watch college football, usually Thanksgiving was already the end of the season. Now they extended. Now it's all the way like what? Some games now you have the conference championships and all this stuff. So bowl season doesn't really start till the second week of December now. Bowl season. I remember bowl season started right after Thanksgiving. And a few years. We're talking about a few years back. Now it's like second week of December. Now bowl season starts because there's so many conference championships now and all this stuff. I remember college football season used to be 10 games. Then it was 11 games. Now it's like 13, 14 games. And of course, if they make the playoff, college football playoff, and now they're gonna extend it. So I believe next year they're gonna extend it too. Is it next year? Yeah, next year or the year. So, which I think they should. I think they should extend it a little more, but that's just me. But yeah, early dinner. That's right. Let me see. I go over here. Let me go to Yahoo. Actually, let me check on the sports. My cold is better. It's just I got a little bit of I just took Claritin, and now it's kicking in. I feel like it's kicking in a little bit. Okay, so let me see the schedule for it. Okay, we don't want to do the fantasy football thing, so I don't know why that thing pops up. Okay, so Portugal plays Ghana. Okay, hold up. Okay, scoreboard. World Cup. So today's game is Portugal versus Ghana. That's going to be in about 30 minutes. And then 2 o'clock Eastern is going to be Brazil versus Serbia. So that's going to be the 2 World Cup games going to happen today. And then, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Oh, so those are the last games for this round. Okay, for this first group of, okay, so they're the last games for this. And then, all right. And then, of course, the NFL, schedule. Is it 2 games that are on? Let me see. What is the schedule? Upcoming in Buffalo and Detroit, and then okay. All right, yeah. So helmet time. You were talking about earlier about which radio you might choose. Remember, the FTDX as the third base has the third best receiver ever made. He's a remarkable receiver. Yeah, I know. Because Azaigu actually, I don't want to give it away, but I'm not buying it. In other words, put it that way. The Yesu, I'm buying it. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? So if somebody want to give me another radio, I'm not gonna name who. Hey, thank you, honey. Just leave it at that. Now the Yesu is coming out of my pocket. She ain't buying me no Yesu. Much as she loves me, people, she's not gonna buy me a Yesu right now. It's not gonna happen. As I go, maybe if I'm extra nice, I may get a Zygu. So there you go. That's this is what I gotta work with, people. Okay. So why not get a Zygu too? The Yesu and the Icon is coming out of my pocket. That's a whole different. That's a different, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen, but that's coming out of my pocket. Glenn Densler, most of family in New York City, so spending day with radio and YouTube. Got lasagna and calamari, and I am Italian American. That's right, baby. My wife was making. She's gonna make lasagna too, spinach lasagna. I love calamari. Yeah, I love. Oh my god, I love calamari. Oh my god, now you got my mouth watering. Oh yeah, calamari. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, bro. Ooh, calamari. I had that a couple of weeks ago. I had fried calamari. I went to a buffet in Poughkeepsie, and they had all that. They had fried calamari. Oh my god! I had mussels and oh man. Of course, I love clams. I love, oh my god, you got me. There you go. Number time. First time I used the FTDX10, I truly thought it was magic. It received so much better than any shortwave receiver I ever used. Wow, that's an endorsement right there. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm leaning. I think I'm leaning toward the Yesu, man. I just, anyway, that's not gonna happen now. That's gonna happen later on. But I'm talking about for the, Santa. Santa, and there's a Santa around somewhere. He might bring me a Zygu. I'm not gonna say no to Santa, right? So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Uh, now, if Santa wants to bring me a Yesu FTDX10, I welcome that. That's not up to me. That's up to Santa. I've been a good boy. It's just up to Santa. Of course, we know Santa could be a significant other. Santa has to pay other bills. So we'll see. I know right now it looks more like the Zygu than Yesu. Zygu right now. Yeah. Uh, no, I don't think I'm gonna get cold. I've been a good boy. I've been a good boy. My language sometimes is another story, but I've been a good boy. One time, I hope Santa gets you what you want. No cold. Master player and radio, television, and plus gaming. What's up, Bobby? And happy Thanksgiving to you too. Happy Thanksgiving, Bobby. Yeah, so we'll see what Santa puts in my stocking. Well, he's not gonna fit in a stocking, but I hope no burnt turkeys yet. Well, my wife just put the turkey in the oven about 30 minutes ago. So normally she puts the turkey in earlier, but she overslept. So I went upstairs before I did the live stream. I said, let me go upstairs and check on them. And they were both knocked out sleeping. They were up all night. I slept through the night. And they were up all night. Because she was preparing stuff. And because I finished decorating last night. Not last night, yesterday. I finished decorating the rest of the Christmas stuff. So like I have one room that I have that projector with the screen and you see Santa in the window. So I went outside to look at it. It looks so cool. So now my house looks very Christmassy now. And I got all my front windows lit up, lights. And that one single window has a hologram looking Santa. It plays like different videos. And you got to put like the projection type plastic on the window. Of course, I have to take down my curtains. And you put it and you project it onto that window screen. And you go outside and you see it. And it looks like he's looking out the window. He's like, then he goes to get his milk and cookies. And he's looking out the window. It looks so funny. But it's cool, It's like, So the only thing I have left to do now is the outside. I have a few inflatables I'm gonna put outside, but I'll do that over the weekend. I'm gonna rake the leaves and all that, and when I'm out there, I'm probably gonna move one of the MFJ. I'm gonna move it over here and hook it up, bring it in here, the MFJ. And also, yesterday, when I was messing around with the Zenith Transoceanic, the feet, I noticed the feet. I forgot about that. That the feet, it has three. It's supposed to be 4 rubber feet, but it was missing one, and 2 of them were like old rubber. Actually, they were all Bakelite, like plastic. Not Bakelite, they were plastic, and they were brittle. So I removed all of them, and I put 4 brand new rubber feet on them, and I had them saved up because I bought them for my Yesu. I had for my Yesu FRG 7700 because this one didn't have the rubber feet. It didn't have the feet. But this one, I wanted to putting. I remember for the Yesu, it didn't have the rubber feet when I bought it. So I wanted using, those sliders that you use for like chairs, furniture. So I put 4 sliders on each, one in each corner, and I gave it enough clearance so it could vent. So I put 2 sliders on. They like stick the ones you stick on. They felt. So I use those for the feet on the Yesu FRG 7700. So the rubber feet that I had bought originally for that, I use it on my Zenith Transoceanic, and they fit perfect. I just had to find a little screw. I got a whole bin of screws. I put them in, and they're perfect. Now it's good to go. Now I got nice rubber feet on it because at Zenith it needs the feet because there's a hinge. And when you open up that Zenith transoceanic, it's like a door hinge. That thing scratched my table. I didn't know. I was like, when I said, oh my God, I had a scratch on the table. And I said, oh my God, I got to change the. So I remember buying the rubber feet. So that's one thing. If you own a Zenith transoceanic H500 or any other model like the A, whatever it was, that one, you have to have the feet on it because there's no clearance. So once I put the rubber feet, it's good to go. Now it's good. Yeah. So now and then also the Zenith, what I did is of course you could open the back, you open it, and I put where is it at? I just had it. Oh, right here. So it has two because it has a whip antenna, the Zenith, right? The transoceanic has a whip antenna. But if you open up the back, it has two screws. So I want to hook up my MLA 30 to it. So I did, I made a video on that. You take speaker wire and then you put those spade connectors on it. And then on the other end, I use this standoff. So you put you put the wires here, and then there's a BNC. And then with adapter, I hooked that up to the MLA 30. So I'm gonna have the Zenith hooked up with the MLA 30. I'm gonna do videos on that. Because the whip antenna it's okay, but I noticed this on shortwave, because first of all, that whip antenna is really long, so it hits my ceiling. I'm in the basement, and, unless I take it outside. So I'm gonna hook it up with the MLA 30 using this thing, and I'm gonna make videos on that. It's good. It's not deaf on shortwave. It's good on shortwave. I made videos a long time ago on it, and it was good on shortwave. It's just that in here I can't extend the whip. Or I could clip a wire to the antenna. Well, that's what I did originally, but I want to try the loop directly to the Zenith radio. I want to see. I want signals. Because when I did it with the wire, it was okay, but I noticed it was a little deaf on shortwave. But I think it was back then, maybe wrong time of the day, whatever it was, different things like that. But I'm gonna definitely do it with the MLA 30, and I want to do some videos on that and see. And I think it's gonna do well. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Elmer time. 1 year Thanksgiving gathering, everyone was preparing to sit at the table. Smoke erupted from the kitchen, and a pan of hot cross buns caught on fire in the oven. You should have heard the jokes. Oh my God. There's a song on that. It's a kid's song. My son used to listen to that song when he was a kid. I mean, he's a kid. He's a kid. See, I'm telling you, I think it's the meds is hitting me a little bit right now. Because I took Claritin and oh my God. Hot Cross Buns is a children's song. And now when you say Hot Cross Buns, I'm thinking about the song now. Because when my son, when he was like when he's a toddler, it was one of those. He used to put the YouTube channel. My wife used to put that on for him, and he would listen to it. Hot Cross Buns. So now I'm gonna associate that with smoke. Hey, good morning, Matt. MDK2. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Just popping in to say happy Thanksgiving now and back to cooking. Oh, you're cooking. Okay, wow. Cool. The peace sign. There you go. All right. Jim's Radio Check. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And to all you turkeys out there. Yeah, you turkey. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do with the Zenith. So now I have the I made a video on that and how I do. Like with the DX100. I don't have a spare one around here because I use that one. Yeah, I don't have a spare one. I thought I made two of them. I think, oh yeah, one is behind this one. One is hooked up to this one. So you take a speaker wire, you hook it up to this. And then the speaker wire, I use 2 space connectors. I hooked that to the Zenith transoceanic. And then this end, BNC, but an adapter to SMA, that's going to go to the MLA 30. So I'm going to do videos on that next couple of days. I just need to set up an area for the, right now the Zenith is on the other window, transoceanic. And then the other one is down there. And that one needs work. I need to restring the dial, the tuning dial. That one, I'm probably going to order the capacitor kit. There's a capacitor kit you can order. So the thing is that I haven't done much. I never done much of that stuff. So this is gonna be my first radio that I'm gonna try to change caps, all the caps and all that. I'm gonna try to do it myself. But before I do that, I want to set up a work area for that stuff. And then that's my project for that one. I want to restore that one. And then that hopefully I can I seen Paul VT Radio. He's done videos, and I was looking at his video, and he explained it so well, and I was like, you know what? And I think that was like when he did that radio, I think that was like one of the first radios that he recapped. So he kind of inspired me to, you know what? I'm going to try to recap this radio. Because right now I have a computer that I want to recap. A computer, yeah, it's an old one. It's a Pentium right there. It's an old Pentium. It's a Dell. But I like the case. It's very small form factor. And I wanted to use that for something. So it's just 4 capacitors that I got to change on that one. Because when I took out the motherboard, I saw they were swollen. So I'm gonna practice. So I'm gonna practice on that too, and then I'll do the other Zenith. I'm gonna try to recap it. So I'm gonna order the kit on eBay. They sell the kit. Actually, there's a website. I gotta go to his site because there's a website he goes to. I forgot the website. Now they sell the capacitor kits for all of them. They sell it like for this radio, for the DX302. They have the kit for that one, for the Zenith transoceanic. And then they also have a mod, I believe, that if you want to change, it's something else that you wanted to change. I forgot what it was. Is it a filter capacitor? It's like a replacement, but it's something else. Anyway, yeah, and I'll try that out. And let me turn this off. Jim's radio check. My Eton 750 always has a lot of noise, so I disconnected. So I disconnected the adapter and put the batteries in, and wow, what a difference in the noise! Hardly any. So I ordered new rechargeable D batteries and a charger. Yeah, sometimes that's the case. I didn't find an issue with mine, but I didn't find an issue with mine. I don't think, but yeah, I mean, definitely you can hear it is a difference, even if it's in my case, it could be probably slightly. I think in my case, I think it depends on the outlet around the house. So Elmer time. That is common with the 750. I never use the power adapter. I always use batteries only on my Eton. Well, I've done both, but I mostly use it with batteries. But recently, I just used it with the adapter, and I didn't have issue with it. But then again, when I used it, I think most of the time when I used it it was outside. So I had it outside in the backyard. So it was, But yeah, there was a difference. I think it's just I think that's the problem. I think that's the issue with this one too, the 800. Because this one I notice is very sensitive to noise. Like I told you, this one I'm kind of disappointed on. 800. I don't want to say totally disappointed, but I am kind of like, maybe when I bought this one, because this is, of course, I bought it for somebody. Maybe, but then again, from what I gather from other YouTubers and so on, this radio has flaws, like all radios, but this radio definitely is way overpriced at the time for what it was, and it's a love-hate relationship with that radio. Jim's radio check. The charger was giving me about 7. I'm gonna say dB because you put LB. I don't think it's 7 pounds of noise, but dB, I guess, of noise. Put the batteries in, and it was almost 0. So you got 7. Yeah, wow. So you got about 7. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of noise. That's way up there. Elmer time. Yep. The battery power adapters are trash, unfortunately. Yeah. Jim's radio check. I think some of the older Grundig edition 750 had different adapter, and it's mostly on the new ones. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I got the Grundig one. So you're talking about the Eton, the new, or the Texan. So that's another one, right? Texan makes it also, right? So the Texan or the Eton. Right? Texan makes it also, right? Is it? Wasn't it? Was rebranded. There was a rebrand Texan. I want to look it up right now, but yeah, I'm sure you guys tell me. My memory right now is a little. I remember it had a rebrand. Let's see. Helmet time. They aren't fitted. Adding a large oh my god, here we go with the electro. Yeah, okay, Texas. That's the one. The S2000. Okay, yeah. Let me try to read this again. I'm tongue twisted today. Okay, I said it. Let me say that 10 times. Tongue twisted today. One more time. They aren't filtered. Okay, here we go. Adding large electrolytic capacitors would help a little bit across the power feed unit. Input, excuse me. James Reddish, by the way, Danny, I really dig the old Zenith you showed yesterday in your video. Thank you. Yeah, I have fun. I have fun tuning it out. I brought it out. It was dusty down. It was all the way down there. It was dusty. So I wiped it down. I cleaned it up. Um, then I added the rubber feet because the feet that I had was horrible. So I put 4 new rubber feet on it, and then I also added the I was using the antenna, the whip antenna for medium wave. But now I'm gonna do it with the. I want to hear it when it has a real good signal. So I'm gonna hook it up with the MLA 30, and now you're gonna hear it should sound. So I'm gonna pick a nice spot for it, and then I'm gonna do a bunch of videos on that one. I'm gonna. I mean, I'm also gonna do a band scan. So all the way from the top of the shortwave all the way down to the broadcast. I'm gonna do like a whole video on that. But I want to do it when I have it hooked up with the MLA 30. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do that one coming soon. I'm gonna do that one. But that's what I did with these radios. I remember, or long time. And I'm gonna redo those radios because when I did these, I had it hooked up to a wire, and I said, no, I want to hook these up now with the loops. I want to hook them up with a either the MFJ or 1886 loop or the MLA 30. I want to hook those up with the loops now and listen to it with the loop. Well, or even the MFED. But the MFET is gonna be noisy, and I think it's gonna be noisier. So I'm definitely gonna hook these up with the loops and do videos on those. Because I want to hear an old radio hooked up to a loop antenna, and I want to hear the audio on it. I want to hear how quiet it should be also. Okay, let me go down the list here. Elmer time. I had the older Grundig model. Yes, the Texan. Yeah, okay. So Texan 2000 is the same. And Jim's Radio Check. Cato owns Texan. Okay. Jim's Radio Check. I hooked up a 75 feet wire yesterday, and the wire that I had that was about 30 feet actually worked better. Oh yeah. So yeah, that happens too. If you have a longer wire, depending on the band, depending on how high you put it, you know. I know the longer the wire, the more directional the antenna becomes. Because I did that happen. I did that. I remember when I first got back into the hobby. I had like a 50. What was it 50? Yeah, I think it was about 40-ish feet of wire. And I noticed that it did pretty good on shortwave, and but it did better on the upper part of short. Like when I got down to about the 80 meter. No, not even 80. 80 meter worked fine. It was, I think it was 160 meter, and medium wave, it was not the best. But it did very well, like for most of the shortwave broadcasts. It did very well. And then I tried it 100 feet, and it was I noticed it would overload, or it was started getting more noise. I think it depends on where you put it at too, because my problem with my yard is not it's just narrow. I can't go I only could go the wire basically uh north to south. I can't do east to west a long wire going east to west. I can't. So I wish I had enough space that I could do that east to west, and I was then I would get different results and to compare. But I don't have that option. That's why I love that's why I love the loops here, because I don't have much. See, like the MFET is going, you know, that's south to north. South is the top of the tree, and then north is where the onion is at. I wish I could go the other way, but I can't. So sometimes you got to work with what you have. That's why loop antennas are they're a lifesaver. For me, the loop antenna is a lifesaver because when I had the MFET going the other way, and I had it on the roof going the other way, there was times that the MFET was too noisy. I couldn't hear anything. It was unlistenable. But then I would switch over to the MFJ, and I would still enjoy my hobby. I would still enjoy listening to a lot of stuff. And I would get comments like, "Wow, your place is so quiet." And I was like, "No, because the loop actually, I could move the loop to a point where I could null out the noise, enough of the noise, and still enjoy listening." You know, because it's not where in some cases, it's not where you want to point the loop to, is where you want to null out the most noise. You know, so in my case, I had to find a sweet spot. So my sweet spot was like north to south. I would null out the noise coming from east to west. That's where I got most of the noise. So I have it this way, right? North, south. That's where I have it right now. If I were to put the loop this way on the roof, I will get more noise. I will get a lot more noise. So I have to 90 degrees. I have to on the roof. Now down here, I can get away. I have one loop going east to west, and that one doesn't get as much noise. It still gets more noise than the north to south loop. So definitely, I get more noise coming from east to west. You know, so sometimes yeah, you can try different sizes, but I would try different. If you can, different orientation. But I'm sure you know that. Yeah, I'm sure you know all that. Like I said, in my case, running long wire, I only could go this way. One way. That's it. Now, of course, in the future, if I want to go east to west, I'm gonna have to do that. Remember the video I tell you? I'm gonna have to run a wire all the way outside the city of Yonkers property, the city of Yonkers, and try to run like that. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Right now, I have it this way, and I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna, you know. Helmet time. The only difference between the three models, the Texan 2000 has an extra jack on the back for a 400. Excuse me. 455th kilohertz tap to the board used for DM radio. Okay. I didn't know that. Just radio check. It seems some people are mixed reviews on the 750. Yeah. I like my 750. It's just that I did notice that but that back then I was like just got back into the hobby. I was just glad to listen to anything, you know. But then I noticed that the bandwidth was a little wide. I forgot what was the other issue of it. Oh, of course, the airband. When I use the airband, um, it's not like a scanner. You can scan it. You can just scan the airband, and you load the squelch, and you can listen to with that was my first radio that I had airband that was not a scanner. So I didn't, of course, I didn't know the frequencies, so I didn't even know where to tune to. So and then finally, as of course, I just got back into the hobby. Uh, there was some things I never done, like I never did the airband thing. When I was young. So I had to learn that, and I was like, okay, this is. So of course, there's websites you can go and you see all that, like ATC is it atclive.net, and there you can locate the airband. So it was okay. This airband is for LaGuardia. Okay, so I will put it there, and then I could hear it. But I think overall it's a good radio. It gets knocked out. It gets knocked upon about the bandwidth thing. I get it, but is it a bit overpriced? I guess so. It's maybe a little overpriced. You know, I don't know. Yeah, it's like every every radio. You're gonna have your opinions. There is no such thing as a perfect radio. I don't think there is. In terms of, and that's a portable. I mean, people look at it and they think it's a little desktop radio, but it's not. It's a portable. I think it's still a good radio. Yeah, if it's a little bit overpriced, I guess. But there's a lot of things like that that you might be and like you pointed out, Jim, and I think that when this is the Grundig one, this is the original Grundig one, but I think when they went to the other brand, especially Eton, I think maybe the quality might have fell. a bit. I don't know. So I don't know. I've been on for 1 hour and 10 minutes now. Okay, cool. 7 people watching. And yeah. So let's see. Go down to Yep, so yeah, they do have mixed reviews on it, Jim. Jim's Radio Check. Speaking of the MLA 30, I recently started using a power bank instead of the USB charger. And I have cut down a lot on the noise. Okay, well, that's good. Of course, I use mine. I use a USB charger on mine, but I use the one that came with my phone. That one seems to work the best. I tried different ones, and that's the best one that I have. The one from my originally was a Samsung phone. I had an old Samsung. That charger worked fine, and then I have a Huawei phone now, and that charger works good. So I noticed that it is a lot um better because I tried it with a cheap one of those cheap. I don't have one here. Let me see if I do have one. I don't have one. So anyway, like if you go to like the dollar store ones, the USB charger, I had I guess my wife brought one home from, and I had one before. When I plugged that into the SDR, I mean the MLA 30, man, the noise went. So those are cheap, and plus I noticed a couple of them used to get hot. I know they were a piece of junk, but the ones from my phone are bigger. They're a lot bigger, and when I plugged that in, noise was good. Because I have power banks. Let me see which is the one. I just put it somewhere. I have like this one. I have like this one. If I want to, if I want to use it outside, I can use this one. Charge this up. I could use this. I have the one that's a solar one. I think I had it somewhere. Anyway, somewhere there. It has a solar panel on it. That one is okay too. But here I just use the charger. The one from my phone, it works fine. But if I'm outside, I'll probably use this one. I have a couple of them. I just fully charge them, and then I'll use this. Get a couple of hours, or so. But yeah, you can use that too. Elmer time, the 750 does have a receive fault when using the bandwidth filter. Some people pick it apart for just that one fault. Every radio operator uses the radio with the fault and adjusts it. Yeah, that's what I do. I use mine because I noticed that when I had my wide, I just put the narrow thing, I adjusted it, and for maybe tune a little bit off, and it worked fine. It wasn't it wasn't to the point where I wanted to knock the radio down, but some every radio has some radios have really some quirks on it, and you work around it. You know, um, it wasn't to the point where I wanted to send it back because you got to I had to compare it to what was available at the time. When I got that radio, my wife bought it. She bought it for me. At the time, what was comparable to it, that I could buy for that price range, and there was nothing around there. Everything else was either get a tabletop or get a real small portable. And I liked it. This one, I liked it because of the sound. I like the speaker. I like the sound. I like the, I was gonna say opinions are like what, but I don't want. Everyone is different. But yeah, I don't know. Like even the new one, the new Eton that came out. Of course, I never got my hands on it, but I knew it was gonna be way overpriced. I just looked at it and I said that looks like a previous radio they had, and that alone. So I think this radio is fine. I think it's okay. I mean, if you could get a good deal on it, I would get it. But you know, yeah, saying when you own hundreds of radios, it's different. But when see, for me, that was my first radio coming back to the hobby. So for me, I was excited. I was like, wow, you know, I was excited just to, fire it up into the tune, you know, enjoy the hobby, You don't need a $400, $500 portable radio, whatever, to enjoy the hobby, Of course, later on, I got the Texan PL 660, that was my second shortwave portable. And I enjoyed that radio too, and I still like that radio. I still like that radio. But then when I got the SH Data D808, I liked that radio more. So it's like you're never gonna be happy with one radio. You're gonna get another radio. You're gonna be after a while. You're gonna be like, not right now, right? All the talk is what? C Crane, what SSB2, and I saw the radio. I saw the respect. I like the radio, but am I gonna go buy one now? No, I'm not gonna buy one because because it has airband and weather and single sideband with shortwave. No, I'm not gonna buy one because for me, Sequence is a little bit overpriced. So that's why I'm not gonna buy one. Now, eventually, after a year or so, when it's out there and somebody wants to sell one on eBay, and I get a good, I'll probably pick it up. But I'm not gonna buy it right now, brand new. I'm not gonna. Plus, I want to see reviews on it too, because I can tell you right now, the speaker, the audio is not gonna be that good. So yeah, I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna spend $169 or whatever, just buy the RSPdx, and you're gonna have a lot more enjoyment because right now it's on sale. RSPdx is on sale right now, starting tomorrow. It's gonna be on sale till December 31st. You can get it for $169.95 here in the US. If I'm gonna buy one radio right now and I didn't have that radio, I would have RSPdx. Pull the trigger on that right now. Get that radio. Get the SDR. And you're gonna enjoy that SDR a lot more than even this radio. A lot more. You're gonna enjoy it a lot more. So Elmer Time, I agree. It is a decent radio. It is overpriced now. I would say the 750 is almost equivalent to the Texan 880. The 880 does have better sound and bandwidth filter. Yeah. And I was this close to getting 880. But I was like, I said, no, let me get the 660. Because I got a good price on that one too. So Jim's radio check. The biggest thing I like about my 750, my eyes are starting to go bad. That's my case. And it's easy to see everything. And I like that big knob. Yep. I like the display. And that's why I like that radio too. Exactly. That's why it appealed to me. I like the display. Of course, like this one, the 800, got a big old display on this one. Right? Same thing with the 800. Got a big display on that one. But I ain't put it like that. I'll just put it like that for now. So yeah, that was exactly, Jen. That's a great point. That's why I like that radio too. That's why I like this radio. Because of the knob and the display. Even the buttons, the way they're spaced out. Especially with these sausage fingers. They're not all put together. See how spaced out they are, right? So that was another reason why it appealed to me. Is the buttons, the way they were spaced out. I got these big sausage fingers, so it was perfect. For me, it was perfect. For me. Oh, sorry. So that's that's an excellent point. Brian Jackson, happy Thanksgiving, Brian. Hey Danny, I know you guys are talking about the MLA 30, but I found out a good old wire antenna is best catch for me. And happy Thanksgiving before I forget. Don't eat too much bird. Well, I'm gonna plan to eat really good today. So, well, not too much, but I'm gonna enjoy it. Yeah, and thank you, Brian, and happy Thanksgiving to you too and your family. Yeah, old wine channel works the best, of course. When there's, of course, if you got a good spot, and you know, I mean, when I came back to the hobby, I was using that with a long speaker wire, and it was good. I was enjoying it, and it'll still work well. And I still have that wire. It's still wound up on that pole. I still got it wound up on that pole, and I leave it there because maybe it's often when I'm outside, if I want to listen, I just grab that wire. I'll clip it onto one of my radios, and I'll use that wire. I still have it. It's like 50 feet of speaker wire. I have it wound up, and it's right there on top of the garage roof. It's bundled up there, wrapped around the pole. That was my original, and I cut it so now it's about 50, about 40 something feet. Actually, no, I don't know. No, I cut it. Yeah, about 40 ish. And yeah, I use that wire, and it works good. You know, and sometimes it depends location. Like if I lived in a condo and I had to throw the wire out the window, yeah, it might work, it might not work, but a loop antenna. I will be using loop antennas and things like that. I would love to run a wire the other way, but like I said, I'm limited to the space that I have. What's that noise out there? What the? Overtime. Yes, I keep mine on the shelf in the radio room. It is a decent radio with acceptable receive sensibility with an outdoor antenna. Are there better radios? Yes, the FTDX10 makes, it makes it look like a toy. Yeah, it makes 750 look like a toy. Yeah. Hopefully one day I'll get one. Jim's radio check. I like the Kato 1103. It is a great sideband radio. Yeah, I don't have that radio. I wanted to get that radio. And maybe someday I'll pick it up. I a couple of times I saw it on eBay and I wanted to pull the trigger on it. Originally, I was thinking about buying that radio, but then I bought the PL660. That was one of the ones that I thought about buying too. The 1103. I like that radio too. Nice little portable. Alberton, the old 1103s were awesome receivers, but the new 1103 radios had changed their internals to a DSP base receive, which isn't as sensitive as the older models. Yeah. And wasn't there a mod or some glitch that you could, because I saw YouTube that he went way below the long wave band. He went down to like VLF. Because if I remember, it was like it wasn't designed to go all the way down to. He went down to like because he was in Europe. I forgot what time signal. It was some time signal in Europe. And then he went to 100 kilohertz. And here the LORAN, LORAN, LORAN at 100 kilohertz, and it had, he was going up the long wave band. I don't know if it's a glitch or mod with that radio, if I remember. It's on YouTube. So I was thinking about that's what made me think about getting that radio. But then, like I said, the price wise at that time, I didn't. It was, I didn't have much, I wasn't spending. So I got a good deal on the PL660 through AliExpress because I got a coupon code, and when I finally got the price down, I think I bought the PL660 for like, I think I got it down to $69. It was in the $60 range with some promo code and coupon code and some other stuff. Plus, I use the app because if you use AliExpress if you buy anything on AliExpress through the phone, it was cheaper. So I got the PL660 down to like $60 or something, $69 or something. I forgot what was the price. And that's why I wanted to buy that radio. I remember it was AliExpress. I think they had just launched the app and they were doing promotion on that. So when they launched the app, they were encouraging people if you buy anything through the app, you get another, like, I think it was like 10% off on the price. So I jumped on that. So I just bought it through my phone, and then I got the deal. I was like, yes. Jim's radio check. I had the DSP version, and it is still a good radio. But like Elmer said, the older ones are better. Yeah. Let me see what the 11. Actually, let me look it up if I can see the. Yeah. Yeah, it still costs. It's still. The PL660. I can get it cheaper than that. Right now, that radio on eBay is $88.93. There's another one for $99. If I go to Amazon, yeah, $89 on Amazon. It's still, now the PL660. Let me see the PL660 because that's why I wanted to buy the PL660. I remember it was a price. Plus, again, you know why I like the PL660, Jim? The display. That was another reason why I liked the PL660. It was the display. I like the display. So, right now, yeah, we're not even. Let me see. Oh, they do have it. Look at the PL660 right now. It's $129.98 on Amazon. But when I went to AliExpress, I'm telling you, I got it down to $69. And that's why I bought it. Otherwise, I would have had the 1103. I would have not bought that one. I would have bought the 1103. Because I remember I was debating the 1103, the 660. The 880 was a little too out of my price range at that time. Yeah, I know, Elmer. I know you have a thing for portable SSB radios. So that's your criteria. You got to have SSB and your portable. That's it. And that's that. And, oh, by the way, that was the other reason for the 660 single sideband. I want a single sideband. So compared to a bunch of radios, I was like, nah, single sideband. So he looks, the 660 is still 129. It's not like 129. Of course, you got the 680, but back then it was a 6. James Radio check. I have the PL600. I don't know if I love it or hate it. Okay. Yeah, I know. Because I really thought about which radio. So when I bought the 660, and I have it, I love that radio. It's still a great radio. But I don't use it as much as I should because, of course, because my everyday radio for portable is the SH Data, D808 right now. But SH Data, that was my everyday radio until SH Data. Then that's it. SH Data. So that's why I'm not gonna buy the C crane. I'm not buying the C crane for. And the 660 doesn't overload on me either. Because I had that thing hooked up to 100 feet of wire, and I wrapped it around with another wire, clipped it onto it, and medium wave just went. It blew up on medium wave. I was medium wave DXing with that radio. Because it's not known as a medium wave DXer, the 660. But the way I had it hooked up, it was like, wow. It was good. I seen a YouTuber using that. I don't think it was this bad. I think it was a 6. It could have been a Field 600. And he did something like he hooked up a tree of long wire and he wrapped it around the radio for medium wave. And you can see it. So I was like, man, I'm going to try what he did. So I had a wire going from the roof down to the fence. So the wire was coming down to in here, and I just clipped it. I had a smaller wire going around my radio, and I clipped it. And that thing, the medium wave band just like, boom, opened up even more. And it wasn't no overloading. And then at shortwave, what I would do is I would just clip the antenna indoor. I would just clip it with that long piece of wire, and boom, again, same thing. So the PL660 is a nice radio. It's still a nice radio. Yeah, so the 660, Elmerton, the 660 is a staple in the shortwave listening world. Yep. Elmerton, you can't go wrong with the 660, the 680, or the 880. Yeah. Jim's radio check. The 600 overloads very easily with the external antenna. If you use an internal antenna, it works a lot better. Okay. Yeah. Right now it is 11:34 in the morning here on the East Coast, Yonkers, New York. And I've been on for 1 hour and 34 minutes. And let me see what I can. It's early. Let's see what can I.
No, he gave us a whammy there. In his heart, in his flesh, he said, I'm a righteous thing.
On WWCR.
What? I'm going to be there. I'm going to stand it myself. And you're going to magnify me. You're going to show forth me. And the world's going to hate you for it. The world's going to persecute you for it. But in the end, he's going to take vengeance. Hallelujah. Why? And I show you my love. Part of it. It says, for a time past of our life, we have sufficed to have wrong.
Oh, Elmer. Yeah, Elmer. You here, right? Yep. So here you go, Elmer. Here we go. What am I doing? Put it like that. There you go. Yes, I just got this yesterday. So yeah, 4 AA batteries, 20 watts max. So I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna first do FT8. One more time. Yes, I should get up and get ready for a full day today. I wish everyone a great day today. Yeah, Elmer. And again, enjoy your day. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your weekend. And God bless. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that after the weekend. I'm gonna set this up with a computer. I'm gonna do a setup for FT8, and then I'll start CQ, 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 single sideband, and all that good stuff. So take care, Elmer. I'll be back on Tuesday. Yeah, James Farley. Nice to see you. From Old Bridge, New Jersey, and happy Thanksgiving, James, and welcome to the chat. Yeah, enjoy your day. Stuff yourself. I normally people say, "Oh, don't eat too much." No, you know what? Enjoy. You know what life is all about. Enjoy. You want an extra slice? Bring it on. Today's the day. Today you gotta wear the stretch pants. You gotta have the stretch pants. Or unbutton a couple of unbutton the the, you got the jeans on, unbutton it, baby. Lower just a little bit. Oh man. Enjoy, especially family, it's more important, because, you know, right now, mom and dad, my mom is she's no longer here. My dad's been gone for a long time. Of course, I never had a relationship with my dad, but at least, but my mom, like I said. So as we get older, of course, my son, he's upset sleeping, so he was up all night. My wife was preparing everything for today. So he's exhausted. He's upset. So I'm gonna be on for another hour or so, or whatever. You'll see. And then so I got 9 people watching, and hello everybody. And let me see what.
I heard that. I thought it was running.
Okay, so there's WWCR.
I started running.
Oh, okay, James Farley just worked the night shift, and now I'm going to sleep with you on my desktop speakers in my bed. Okay, cool. Yeah, so relax. Relax, James. Just kick back. And happy Thanksgiving.
Father passed a long time ago, but he knew my father. He was good. But it's the same thing. I said, let me try.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Brother scared. I don't put anybody to sleep. Brother scared. Hey, what's up, Keegan? Happy Thanksgiving, Keegan. Yeah. Brother scare.
Maybe the Ten Commandments? Where would we find such a thing as natural laws? Do you naturally know whether you're a Christian or not a Christian? You really shouldn't go around
No, we do
killing
a
people or
CR.
robbing people?
Yeah, what's up, Keegan? Keegan DX, sir.
Cannot survive under a Republican Constitution unless they remain virtuous and morally strong. Number 3, the most promising method of curing a virtuous and morally stable people.
Oh, Keegan, there you go. Now Keegan is on. Yeah, there's QRZ. Remember about the free radio? Because I know you're studying. I think you're studying to get the tech, to get the ham license. So they extend this until December 31st. December 31st. They extended the yeah. So I checked it like a few days ago. I thought it was over. So they still have the if you want to be if you're gonna apply for to be a ham, take the test. If you're new to the hobby, well, I should say hobby. If you're a new ham, should I say, they extended this until December 31st. So, if you decide to take the test and you get the call and of course you pass and you get the call sign and you create a QRZ account, you can get this radio for free. So they extended it until December 31st. Because right now I had it on weather band. Oh, a lot of static. Yeah. So anybody interested in getting a license in the United States, again, you could just once you pass the exam, and you get the and once you what do you say? Yeah, once you pass the test and you get your call sign and you create a QRZ account, and you can apply through QRZ, and you'll get approved, and then they're gonna give you a coupon code for gigaparts.com, and then you buy the radio there. And the coupon code is gonna cover the cost of the radio. So you're gonna get the radio for free with the programming cable. Yeah, but you have to make your own QRZ account. So once you pass the test and you get the call sign, you got to make your own QRZ account, and then so right now they're gonna give you the radio with the programming cable and the software. So yeah, so they extended it. I guess they're getting donations from it. So because I thought it was gonna be October 31st was gonna be the last day, but then I checked it because I didn't go on my QRZ account for like a month. So I said, let me go to my QRZ account, and I saw it. I said, oh my God, they extended it to December 31st. They extended it. So I said, you know what? My next live stream, I'm gonna mention it. So I didn't mention it last on Tuesday, right? When I was Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday I was on. I forgot about it, and then I said, oh shit, oh snap. I said, let me mention it on my next live stream. So that's why. So anyway, so anybody thinking about getting their ham license, why not get it and just get the free radio too? $15 for the test, and then of course you got to pay $35 for the FCC, so you get your call sign, and then you create a QSZ account, and you get this radio for free. Radio is about $60, and then the programming cable is like another $10. Then the software, I believe, is another 30. So it's about $100 and something worth of goodies. Just for you having and it's cool. I like this. It is a good radio. It's a very good radio. It's not no cheap radio. It's very good. It's rugged. It has a good battery life on it. It's very good radio. And I'm not getting paid by anybody for doing it. But I want to encourage people, hey, motivation could be, you want another radio, go for it. I'm very happy with this radio. I have this radio. Of course, I'll use that radio if I'm going to transmit. I wouldn't use this radio because this is, even though I have this one for a few years, if I'm going to talk, I'll use that radio because I know this one has a reputation of, so I will use that radio. Instead of using this one, I would use that one. This one, I just, I had this radio for a few years. A lot of people started out with this one. But for me, I'll use the other one. Because I know this one has a reputation of some issues. And let me go down the chat. So Jim's radio check. I've been studying for the Keegan DX. My dad W9JEF is on the air now. Okay, cool. And I see Keegan's still working on it. Okay. And okay, Jim's radio check. I've been studying for the test. I just can't ace the electronics part of it. I'm terrible with electronics. Oh, okay. Yeah, I found that part to be a little, well, it's easy for me. There's not that many questions on that anyway. For the technician, it's not that. It's only, I think it's 2 or 3 schematic pictures. They have a picture, schematic, and they're very simple. Like A, B, or A. It's multiple choice, of course. Which one represents a single throw switch, right? And so basically you got basic schematic. You got to understand. It's not complicated. It's very basic electronics. I started studying basic electronics when I first started working with Kawasaki. Not the second time around, but when I first started with them in 2000 and I think it was 2005, 2006, 2007. That's when I bought a book, Basic Electronics for Dummies. I started reading that. Actually, before that, I studied for it on my own. I went to a website. I just printed out the basic schematic, like the symbols, like what's a resistor, capacitor, the basic stuff. Switch, battery symbol. You memorize those first. Those are the basic ones. And you memorize the basic because that's how what happened was my first train job, because I'm a computer science major. I graduated from bachelor's degree in computer science. Actually, associate degree in computer science, and then a bachelor's degree in information technology or information system. That was my degree. So I didn't have much electronics background at all. I was just computer. So there was a job that somebody recommended me. It was to work for Bombardier. It's a Canadian company, to work on a subway cars as a contractor. But it told me, but you're going to have to take a test. It's going to be a multiple choice test. I think some matching. But you need to learn basic electronics. So that's how I was going to, if I pass that test, I get the job. So I went to a website. I printed out a whole bunch of basic schematic, and I memorized everything. I just started memorizing. Okay, that's the battery symbol. That's the capacitor. That's the resistor. You know, a whole bunch of different ones. Of course, and I studied for the test, and I passed it. I passed it, and I got the job. I got the job. I was working contracting for the Bombardier as a contractor, working on the subway cars, New York City Transit. It was the R142 subway car back in 2001. That was my first train job, railroad, train, subway car. Because the reason why I got hired, because one, I passed the electronics test. Plus, I was good with computers because I had a computer science major. Plus, I had experience in mechanics because of the jet engine mechanic. So that landed me that job. I had to memorize the electronic part. And I started learning how to read a simple schematic. Then later on, I bought a book, basic electronics, and I started reading that book. And that's how I even bought a kit, the Radio Shack kit, if I want to learn make a simple circuit. But you don't need all that for this test. You don't need all that. You don't need it. Just memorize a few schematic symbols, you know, and things like 1,000 watts is what? A kilowatt, right? So you have to like understand these things, you know, right? Like things like that, the units of measurement for that. And it's not going to be that important but at least the basic stuff, you know, like 1 milliwatt is what? 1/10 of you know, a watt, right? Yeah, 1 milliwatt is 1/10 of a watt. So like things like that, you should know. And that's it. Things like that. So then that's all you need for the electronic part of it. It's not that. It's not that. You know. So you don't have to be like a master electronics, but at least learn basic schematic, and then you take it from there. That's where I'm at. Basic schematic, and I know some. I know more than that, but I will focus on that, the basic schematic and the basic units of measurement. You know, like you got the nano, right? The micro, right? And of course, and the farad, like microfarad, picofarad, things like that. You know, I know as we get older, it's like, oh my god, but I believe if it's something you really want, you'll study it and you'll be fine. You'll pass it. But my recommendation is set a hard date. Like that's what I didn't do for the general. I didn't set a hard date. And if I would have set a hard date, I probably would have been more okay. I'm gonna set a hard date in January. I'm gonna enjoy the holidays, and then in January I'm gonna set a hard date. I'm gonna call Paul up and say, Paul, I'm gonna take test. I want to take the general on this weekend. Okay, I'm gonna put you in for this week. Okay. Once I set a hard date, I can't back out because Paul's gonna let me have it. Because Paul's gonna, what Paul does, he calls me. Like he was calling me like every week. You ready for the test? You ready for it? Because I can't let Paul down. So that's what happened. He kind of like reminded me, I hope you're studying for the test. And he's like he became like my dad, like pushing me. So that's what I need to do for the general. I'm gonna set a hard date in January, and then of course when I call Paul, he's gonna set the point. He's the one that's gonna give me the test, and then um Once I set a hard date, he's gonna be reminding me. And then that's enough motivation for me to study more. Because I just barely went over it a couple of times, but I'm not at that point where I'm ready for it yet. So I need to study every day for like 2 weeks, and I think I'll be ready. I think two weeks straight of studying, at least give it an hour or two a day. I think I'll be ready for the. I'll be ready. I'll be ready for it. But that's me. 2 to 3 weeks, I could be ready for it. So, but of course, it's best to set a hard date. That way, you can't back out. I mean, you could always back out. You just say, "All right, I'm not gonna make it today. Forget it." But it's gonna kind of motivate you not to back out. You know, and that's what happened with the technician. Finally, when I put a hard date, that was it. I wasn't gonna back out, and I didn't, and I passed the test, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did it that way. So let me go down the chat. Sorry, let me take a sip of water. My throat's a little dry. It's gonna be an hour and 56 minutes now. We got 12 people watching. Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Let me go down to. Let me see. Keegan 1424 USB. Oh, that's what he's on. Okay. And my dad's on QRZ, and he put the link up. Brian Jackson, do you listen to Radio Pirate or free radio station on medium wave? Yes, I do. I listen to medium wave all the time. That's what I listen to a lot. I listen to a lot, especially in the evening, especially when I'm in the boiler room. Because I go over there to listen to that medium wave. Like last night, I was listening to what it was, a couple of talk radio, and then I actually put on Alexa because I don't pick up CJOB over here. So I said, Alexa, play CJOB, and then I started playing. So I was listening to the hockey game. Out of all things, I was listening to a hockey game from Winnipeg. I'm listening to a hockey game, just having a couple of beers. This is a hockey game. Just relax in the boiler room. Then I got a little sleepy, and I said, okay, I'm going to bed. And I went to bed. So yeah, I listen to medium wave. I listen to medium wave all the time. I love that's actually my favorite. Listening medium wave. I enjoy it a lot more than especially when I'm going to bed. I put medium wave. If I can't hear anything on medium wave, then I'll most likely I'll stream. I'll put Spotify app. I have podcasts that I listen to. Turkey Day. Let me see. That one I have to do the Yesu. Let me try it. Might as well try it. 14. 242. 242. Move this over here. I can barely hear it. I can barely hear it. Yeah. I have to try it probably with my SDR if I do it over here with my SDR. Let me go down to Geeking this. Sounds like a good deal. Okay. Yeah, for the radio, yeah, that's a good deal. You get the license, you get the free radio. Jim's Radio Check, Kawasaki, let's the good times roll. Remember those commercials, yeah. Andy Colley, happy Thanksgiving and welcome. And oh, Hamrad, there you go. Tom, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Tom, to you and your family. Good to see you here. And Turkey Day Net. Yeah, right now I'm having trouble picking that up over here. 14-242 upper sideband. So Turkey Day Net. Let me see if I can do over here with the SDR. Maybe I have a better chance with that. Okay, you'd like to know. Okay, I'm gonna have to move on this one. Yeah, I can't do that. Oh man, you know what? I'm not gonna do that here. I can't do it here. I have to switch screens. Nope, can't do it. I have no. I mean, I could do it, but anyway, I gotta. It's okay. But that's one thing I had to put it on this screen, and so long. Sorry, unless I could do it with the. Anyway. So right now I have the Yaesu hooked up to the. Actually, let me try this radio. Let me know the volume of this one. Do, 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 do.
Kilo Delta 9, Lima, Oscar Romeo.
Renegade 800. I just heard it, but it's like S2 right now. It's like, and I heard it with the MFET, with the Renegade 800, the Yaesu. I don't know. I was like, telling you, man. SDR would have picked that. SDR probably would have done, but I can't. Right now I got the webcams on this screen. And if I launch the SDR, I have to drag all of it. Because SDR was like that one thing. You have to, every little thing you have to. That's the only thing I asked about. I get it why they have it all broken up. But they should give you an option just to leave it the way it is and just drag everything. I don't want to do that right now. All right. Yeah. My Keegan DX, my dad is using his Icon IC 7300. Cool. Wow. Pretty cool. Of course, my R2000 doesn't have single sideband because it's not working. Let me try it again. Let me try it again with these. Okay, I need to move this out of the way. Yeah. My Grundig 800 seems to pick it up better with the NFET. Interesting. So Turkey Day Net 14242 upper sideband. All right. So now I'm on for 2 hours and 7 minutes. 11 people watching. Okay. And hello. Feel free to come on the chat and say hello. Happy Thanksgiving. And yeah. And also, I mentioned earlier, SDRPlay is having a sale on the RSPdx starting tomorrow until December 31st. Let me put the info up here. I put the link before, but I just want to open this. So if you want to buy the RSPdx starting tomorrow, is discounted. The original price was $249 US. It's gonna go down to $169.95. If you're in the UK, 130 pounds. And in Europe, the rest of Europe is going to be 156 euro for the RSPdx starting tomorrow until December 31st. So there's a holiday promotion they're having. So if you don't own the RSPdx and you're thinking about buying it, now is the time to buy it starting tomorrow. So I have mine, and I can't. Like I said, it's a great SDR radio. I paid $199 for mine 2 years ago, and it's a great radio. So if you can get it for $169.95, that's a great deal. I have mine right here. Let me show you. I have my RSPdx there, right there. Okay, so starting tomorrow, that's going to be on sale for $169.95 in the US. So I definitely would, if you're looking to buy that radio, I would definitely look into it. Black Friday. Well, it's gonna go on until December 31st. That's the deal. The deal for that. So definitely, and of course I'm not getting paid by SDRPlay and anything. It just, I really like their products. Of course, I've bought the original one. Yeah, you can. You can use it with a Chromebook. Because they have. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Chromebook. Android, right? Android. Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, you can, but not the SDR Uno software because they don't have SDR Uno for Linux for Android. They have it for unless you run it through an emulator. Like you know how you familiar with Windows emulator? Like Bobby's here, right? Bobby would know. Bobby would know about that. Bobby Burgess would know about that because I don't. I mean, I have a couple of Linux here, but that's for other stuff. But I know you have what is it for Linux? What they have? Is that GQRX? Is it GQRX? If I remember. Or you have to run an emulator. Emulator like what is it? What's it? Think of one right now, like VMware or something like that. And then you run Windows inside VMware, and then you can run whatever VMware like workstation, or there's a whole bunch of the parallels. There's a whole bunch of other ones. I forgot what's the other ones. I haven't used them. I haven't because the only one I use here is VMware. But that's something else. I'll be on this. The because if you have Chromebook and you want to use a Windows program, they have Wine. It's called Wine Emulator Wine, and you go on Windows programs under there. Then you'll be able to run SDR Uno. But you don't need SDR Uno to use the RSPdx. You can use it with, like I said, GQRX, I believe. You can also use it with SDR console, SDR. I know HDSDR. You can use it, but of course that's Windows again. That's all going back to Windows. HDR Sharp is also going back to Windows. So if you're gonna use a Chromebook, because I know Chromebook is not Windows, you're gonna have to get some kind of emulator that's gonna run Windows on the emulation, and then you can run it. You understand? So, Jim, that's the only way you will be able to run on a Chromebook, I believe. I don't own a Chromebook, and so but yeah, of course, it'd be a lot easier if you have a Windows computer. Yeah, of course, Jim. So I think it would be easier yeah. So I would just, run on Windows, even if you Windows 10, at least Windows 10, and you should be fine. It works well because you really want to run SDR Uno software with it because that's the software that's the software that's specifically made for the SDRPlay, and you can run other ones, but the SDR Uno is the one that's really uh how should I say, it's made for it, especially the RSPdx, because the RSPdx has it has three inputs, and one of them is the HDR. HDR is a port to use HDR, and that one is very sensitive below 2 megahertz. So SDR Uno has a feature for that. So if you want to listen to like medium wave DXing or long wave, then you want to use that. You know. So Keegan DX, I have a Windows PC and an Amazon Fire tablet and an Apple iPhone X Max. Okay. And Bobby wrote, he would have to jailbreak the firmware first and install Linux to use SDR on it. Okay. Yeah, because I know it's like it's like Google, it's a Google type Linux. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, you have to basically jump. Yeah, you have to go through all that. You don't want to just Windows. It's easy if you just install Windows operating system on it. Excuse me. Yeah, I would just do that. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. You have to jailbreak the firmware, and that's too much to use SDI. Yeah, I would just yeah, because I never own a Chromebook. I know it's basically it's Google. It's an Android version. It's like a very stripped down version of Android that's browser based for Chromebook. And probably the hardware specs on the Chromebook is probably not going to be that great for the RSPdx, especially if you want to do like recording. If you want to record on the RSPdx, things like that, recording on it. Yeah, you better just get Windows, put Windows on it. That's it. So yeah, and James ready to check. I think I'll just find a laptop and use it for radio related. Yeah, you could use an older Windows laptop. I have a couple of here. I can still use. I have a laptop that's 10 years old, and I can still use SDR. I can still use the RSPdx on that one, and it works fine. I had this one working on it when I first got this one, and it works fine. They both work fine. David's radio room. Happy Thanksgiving, David. Can't stay making Thanksgiving dinner. Happy Thanksgiving to all. And thank you for stopping by and wishing us Thanksgiving. And again, Thanksgiving to you too and your family. Take care. Andy Cowley. With the Chromebook, you can run Andy ISO, which is Linux. Okay. I didn't know that. See? Okay, see? That's why we love the chat. We love the chat. Andy ISO. I have to look that up. Thank you, Andy, for that. Keegan DXer, I have a Dell Inspiron 1545 laptop with Windows 7 since December 2009. My first laptop. Okay. Hey, you can still use it. Windows 7, you can still run, SDR. You can still use SDR. Hello, Sillard Peter. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. And welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live stream. I'll be right back. Let me just give me a minute. Be right back. All righty. All right, I'm back. Well, it says check up on my wife, and she's preparing the dinner. Thanksgiving. I didn't check up on her. My son is still sleeping. Just call me Pete. Okay, thank you. Yeah. I had 2 gaming Asus laptops since 2007. The only issue I have with them is the weight. Ha ha. Oh, the weight. Okay. Oh, they're gaming laptops. Yeah. Gaming laptops. So, yeah, that'll work fine. Keegan DX. I use the Hotpot Win TV HVR 955Q USB TV tuner with my Dell Inspiron 1545 laptop from October 2014 to May 2015. Oh, okay. I have a TV. I have a USB tuner. I have a TV tuner. I have it. It's not Hot Pocket. It's another brand that I have. It's in the other room. I forgot what it's called. What it was. I forgot. I forgot who makes it. Anyway, it's a USB. It's a USB tuner, and there's also video capture. It has video capture too, so I could plug in. Because I originally I tried that out for my game streaming, my retro gaming. But that thing was too slow. It didn't do. So I wanted to buy in a box for retro gaming streaming. But that USB TV tuner also was a video capture. But it didn't do HD. It was just what is it? Composite and S video. That's it. That's all it did. Video capture. Because I'm gonna make a video on that soon when I switch my antenna. I'm gonna use that down. No, I'm probably not gonna use that now. I have this one. I'm gonna do a TV channel scan, and I'm gonna put it on this channel. I'm gonna make a video on that one day. I did it the other day. I did a new channel scan, and I got up to 77 channels. So I believe it was 75 TV channels, and 2 of them were audio. I did it the other day. So I'm up to 77 channels now over the air. But of course, some of them are not the best signal, but it picked it up. It showed up on the on my TV tuner, and then I go through it. And so when I buy my new antenna, I'm gonna upgrade my TV antenna. Probably gonna look at the televis. And I buy that antenna, I'm gonna hook that up, and then I'm gonna do I'm gonna do a scan, and I'm gonna make a video on that. A TV scan on that. But that's probably gonna happen after the winter. So it'll be like in the springtime. I'll do that. Cause no sense in going up there not trying to do all that antenna stuff. I'm not on the roof. Forget it. Excuse me. Keegan DX, it made it easy to put a TV DX and other broadcast TV content on my I know because that's the one I use. Let me go get it. I'll bring it right. I want to see what I forgot the name of the one that I have. Yeah, okay, I have it right here. And this one is a popular one. This is the one I have. Okay, let's see. Right there. As my hand moves too much, this focus is not like fast. Anyways, the ATI TV Wonder 600. So this is the one I had for years. I had this for a long time. Of course, I got a little thing, like a little connector there. So this is the cable that it comes with. You got the S video and you got the composite. So this is the old, excuse me. So I tried to do a retro gaming streaming with this, and it wasn't that good. It was too slow. So I wound up buying a little box. But yeah, this is it's pretty good. Pretty good. So like if I travel, when I travel, I will put this with my laptop and some little rabbit ears to pick up the local channels that's in the hotel room. Like local TV band scans when you travel. This is good for that. It's still good for that. But it's not the best, but it's okay. And of course, it comes with a remote. So that's with the little micro USB for the antenna. I mean, for the input. Then, of course, the coax goes right here. So this is a TV video capture and TV tuner. So I had that for a long time. I bought that. When I bought that, it was at a local computer show. I think I bought that in 2006, 2005, maybe. It was a long time ago. 2005, 2006. It still works well, but it's just that for capturing game and because that's the one I used to I made a few videos on that one for retro gaming, but it's not as fast as that the box. That box now is nice. Let me unplug it. I'm not using it anymore. But this is just capture. So the one I use now for video, because right now I can hook up my TV tuner box to this. So he has HDMI and the USB, HDMI in, HDMI out. So this one, when I hook up to my TV tuner box, that's the one I'm going to do a band scan with. I'm going to hook up my antenna. And I get my new antenna. I'm going to do a new band scan. I should get about 80 channels with that one now. And it should be better signal. And I'm going to use this to capture it. Maybe this goes to the computer and you capture it. This is fast. This is much better box for video capture. This is the one I use for my retro gaming. When I do live streaming on retro gaming, or when I'm playing again, I want to record it. I use this one. I hook up my console to that, and boom, OBS. And it works nice, fast. And that box is it's not the the Elgato is like $100. Elgato, right? It's like $129 or more. This is $50. This one's about $50. $50. And that's the name right there. That's the name if you want to look at the name. Look at the name right there. It's EV. Anyway, that's the one. XR, whatever. Anyway, that's the one. Video capture. Yeah, EVGA XR1. So this is the one now. I can hook up my TV tuner to this. Boom. Or one day, if I hook up my satellite dish and I want to do a satellite box scan, my satellite TV scan, I can hook this up. This thing captures it nice. I'm telling you, this box, I can't say good things. I cannot say enough things about this box. I need to do a full review on this box. And then, yeah. Like under $50. I paid, I think over 50 something dollars. I forgot what it was. Under $60. Let me go down here. Yeah, so made it easier to put TV and other broadcast content on my YouTube channels. Yeah. On my other channel, I have recordings of locals. You have another channel? Really? I gotta know what your other channel is. On my other channel, I have a recording of my local CBS affiliate KFFM Fort Smith, Arkansas, Channel 5, signing off for the night on. Yeah, I know Keegan, right? He's impeccable with the dates. Signing up on May 10, 2008 with the Star Spangled Banner. Cool. Yeah, I remember, man. I remember when TV was like that, right? They went 24 hours. I remember it, man. I remember growing up that. I missed that. Analog TV day, but that not talking about before. Now every channel is 24 hours. But I remember that like 1 o'clock in the morning. Because sometimes, I would stay up late. I would stay up late and I would watch, the late night movie, whatever. And it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And okay, now we have to sign off for today's broadcast. And then they will play the Star Spangled Banner. And they will tell you all the information about, like, we're broadcasting from the Empire State Building on this much megahertz. I remember all that stuff as a kid. And we're signing off now. And then they will play the Star Spangled Banner with a video montage, of course. And then they will sign off. And then you will see the test pattern. Right? Remember the test pattern? And then they will come back around 6 o'clock in the morning. And then around 6 o'clock in the morning, they will come back on. And again, the test pattern. Then they will play the Star Spangled Banner to start the day. And this is the start of a broadcast day. And then I miss that. I miss that. I miss that stuff. Of course, now TV is 24/7. But I remember all the channels were like that. Even the major networks. Back in the 70s. I remember back in the 70s, they were like that. Hey, even the major networks. They went 24 hours. Hey, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's it. Like Channel 9, WOR in New York, we had Joe Franklin. So I watched Joe Franklin's show. He's like I don't know if you remember Joe Franklin. Anybody in New York ever remember Joe Franklin? So I sat down and watched WOR, Channel 9. And then after Joe Franklin, usually that's it. The broadcast day is over. And, Star Spangled Banner. Then you get the test pattern. Until 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was. Yeah, I miss that. I really miss that stuff. Man. And now that's like video archive now of test patterns. Keegan the Extra, when on trips on Northeast Wisconsin from Northwest Arkansas to visit family there, I recorded local Green Bay TV station, received on digital TV converter with an indoor antenna and with composite VCR 2010. Oh, cool. Later, I used digital TV converter box with indoor antenna again, this time with composite to DVD recorder on 2013. Yeah, Jim's ready to yeah. He is very good with dates. He's impeccable. I guess, man, I don't know if he logs everything out. He's just good with dates. But, man, he is very impeccable with dates. That's cool, though. I tried, Jim, yeah. Jim's ready to, I can barely remember 2 weeks ago. And same thing with me. I can be sometimes I put my keys right here. And not even 2 minutes later, where the hell are my keys? Where the hell are my keys? And I'm going to, and my keys are right there. I'm getting to that point, man. Sometimes I can't remember what I did 2 minutes ago. Sometimes I'm telling you. My wife even mocks me or something about that. She says, you're old. You're old. You're getting old. I'm like, yeah, I know that. I'm getting old. You have to remind me about that. I know that. I feel it. Because sometimes I'm telling you, sometimes it happens to me. I'm my keys on my phone. I'm like, where the hell's my phone? Like, we're about to go outside. We were about to go out somewhere. Honey, where's my phone? Can you please call my phone so I can hear it? Like not even 2-3 minutes. I can't multitask like I used to. Yeah, let alone remember a specific date, a year. I can't. Nah, unless I've written it down somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, my memory now is like you know. But then again, he's young. He's a young buck. He's a young buck. That's why he's a young buck. See, I'm 56, so my he's 26 years old. He's a young buck. He's a young buck. That's why, of course. Me at 56 years old. Yeah, it's not my memory is not that sharp. Yeah, your dad is 83. God bless him. 83. KFSM was my last TV station around in Northwest Arkansas region to still sign off at night, continue to 2009. Yeah, wow, 2009. Yeah, because I don't know of any station now that does that here. All the TV stations now is 24 hours. There's no station that does that anymore. None. They're all 24 hours. So yeah. Keegan DX, when I recorded KFSM sign off on May 10, 2008, they ran the Star Spangled Banner at 1:38 a.m. And test pattern around 1:40 a.m. followed by the analog signal off the air. Okay. Central time. You're welcome, Keegan. Jim's radio check. I noticed after having COVID, I started having trouble remembering things. Well, actually, for me, it was before that, but I think COVID made it worse for me. But I was already having some, yeah, I noticed. I for me, it's been almost, I'm gonna say almost 10 years now. My cognitive, I don't, not cognitive. Well, but I do notice that sometimes, I swear to God, I'll put my keys here, and I'll get distracted, and then 3 minutes later, I forgot where my keys are. I'm like, where the hell did I put my keys at? And then I wind up hollering at myself, and then my wife would be like, the last place you put the keys. And then I'll focus. I'm like, oh, it's right there. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, in my case, I think my memory stems from a couple of things. Unfortunately, some of it is because I took a couple of blows to my head. I used to play a lot of sports when I was young. We played. I played tackle football without equipment. So imagine, you know, on a grassy field or whatever, or in the snow. I took a few shots. So, back then it's like, if you saw concussion, it was funny. It was like, if you took a blow to the head, it was funny. It's like, oh, look at him, and they would tell me, do you know where you was at? And I go, uh, and they see me glassy eyed, and they're like, of course now it's serious business, but now they call it CTE, side effect of getting too many blows to the head. Yeah. So when I play football. I play a lot of contact sports when I was young. And I play hard too. That was another thing. Even when I play like we used to play football, right? We could call it two-hand touch football. Instead of tackling, you had to hit the guy with two hands. That's a tackle. Well, come on. Okay. So of course there's contact. Some people will lower their shoulder. Sometimes you run into somebody. Sometimes you slip and fall while you trying to avoid somebody rushing. Because we were playing the street too. And I remember one time I was, of course, I was quarterback. I was playing quarterback. I was scrambling. I was running around, and you know, I dodged the defender. I'm ready to go and score a touchdown, and I stepped on an oil slick, a little bit of oil that was on the street, and I slipped and hit my head on the wheel. The cars that were parked there. I hit my head on the wheel. Bing! Knocked out. I was knocked out. For a few seconds, I was knocked out. Friends came over and they were like, and all I remember was like I was knocked out, and I woke up out of it. And I had a bloody lip. My face was. I was running so fast, and I did a juke like shook the guy, right, defender, right, and I stepped on the oil slick, and all suddenly my legs gave away, and I landed right on the car, and I hit my head on the wheel, on the steel wheel. Bing! Knocked out for like a few seconds. And then I got my feet, and I was like, okay, game over. He's out. Game over. He's out. So they took me home. Yeah, my friends took me home. I was like, oh, bloody lip. And that's how we played. And I was like, what, 18 when that happened? That's how we played ball. We was play like that. We played the street. And I know that was a concussion. That had to be a concussion. Because I was knocked out for like 3 seconds. At least 2 or 3 seconds, I was knocked out. And a fat, bloody lip. And I didn't go to the hospital. They just took me home, and I was just. Then next day I would go outside and hang out with them, and they saw me with my fat lip, like, you remember the play? I was like, yeah, I remember. I shook you, and then I stepped on an oil slick, and I dinged my head, and that was the end of that game. But that's not the way we grew up, So of course, I think some of that is a side effect of my memory, too. I took a few blows to the head playing different sports. Playing basketball. We would play street basketball. You know how many times I got elbowed in my elbowed in my face or something. Or somebody came down, swat the ball, and hit me in my head. We play rough. We play hard. We trash talk. We play hard. And I was always the type of player that I play hard. I didn't enjoy losing. I wanted to, stick, because to me, I'm 5'9". I'm not tall, and I would play people that were 6 feet, 6'2", 6'3", and I would, get physical with them under the rim. And I had it was like a, I had no business being under there with them, but I would play rough. I would play rough. So of course I paid the price too. So I think some of that is probably why I'm getting more memory loss at this stage. I think I had too many blows to the head. Not to mention, actually, violence. I remember I got beat down by 20 guys. And they did a number on me, but I got up and left. And I took a few blows to the head that night, and we would just go home. And I went to the doctor the next day. I got a stitching. I had stitches here and here, and that was it. Okay. So they never did CAT scan, all that stuff back in those days. It was never like that. It was nothing about CAT scan. I got beaten up by 20 guys. 20, well, it was kids, because I was like, what, 17 when that happened, 18 when that happened. So they were all kids, all around, 16, 17. So I got hit. I got kicked a few times in my head when I was curled up, and they and then once for opening, I just ran. But yeah, so I think that stuff is catching up to me now. Yeah. Keegan DX, my local KURM Rogers, Arkansas, 790 AM, and KURM Gravit, Arkansas, 100.3 FM, still signing off usually after 11 p.m. Oh, okay. Coming on the air at 5 a.m. weekday. Oh, that's radio though. Oh, but they do sign off. So on radio, you just hear dead air. That's it. Oh, with Star Spangled Banner. Okay. And the CBS News affiliate. Oh, okay. Keegan the Xer, I have both KFFSM sign off and KURN sign on my other channel here. On my, let me click on it. Oh, actually, I forgot because this thing wants to leave the whole. Anyway, I'll check it later because right now what happens is if I click on the link, it pops up here that do you want to leave this page, and I don't want to leave this page because it's the page that I'm streaming on. It's the thing, it's a quirk with this thing. Even if I try to do, let me see. Even if I try to open a new link, let me see, open the link in new tab. It's opening. It's opening. Okay. Okay. All right. There it is. Okay. I open a new tab. Okay. So I'm gonna. All right. So I just sub to it. So I just subscribe to it. Okay, Keegan. I subscribe to it. Okay. Cool. I have a couple of other channels. I'll subscribe to it too. I'll give you a couple of ads. You're welcome. I'll give you a couple of ads on my other channel. So I'll add you on a few. Jim's radio check. 2.5 years ago, I was involved in an accident up in northern Wisconsin. I hit my head on the windshield and the airbags open. My Texan 9012 was in my pocket and it survived. Well, you remember the radio? Yeah, wow, but that's wow, that's rough. Airbag deployed too. Wow. You hit your head. Yeah, I'm telling you. So I think some of that. My thing is also, of course, I never did. Thank God, I never did any drugs. I never. Well, I did smoke a little weed back in the days, but not to the point where I was like a habitual. No, nothing. Now, of course, I was a drinker, and I still do drink. Of course, I don't drink. I drink beer now. I'm a light beer drinker now. I don't drink. That also can affect something. So I'm telling you. But hey, I'm doing a live stream right now. I'm 56 years old. I can still read the chat. I still know. I remember enough stuff. So I'm okay. I'm not to that point where I need a handler like somebody in charge of this country. I'm just gonna leave it at that. There you go. All right. And I hope for our sake, the handler can lead them to the right direction, making decisions. King NDX said the KURM signal on 100.3 FM goes off the air after the sign off, making it easier to hear other stations on the frequency by Tropo. Okay. Yeah, I have to look into that. I don't know how many stations here does that. But then again, I'm next to New York City, so I doubt if any station goes off the air, even FM. I know they're all pretty much 24/7. They have to be, because you're in Arkansas, and I know it's less populated, obviously, than I'm next to the biggest city in America. Let me check I keep saying 9 million. I think it's more than that. Let me check. Let me see. Let me go to here. Let me go to Yeah. Okay. So New York City is right. Well, it went down. It was 9 million. I remember it was 9 million. According to the census 2020, New York City is 8.6 million people. Number two is Los Angeles with 4 million. Then it drops down to 2.6 million in Chicago. So New York is 8.6 million. So you can imagine. So there's no signing off anymore in New York City. Everything's 24/7. That's the even if you go to a store, even bodegas over here in Yonkers, midnight they have to be closed. The only thing that's open 24/7 here is 7-Eleven convenience store, right? 7-Eleven. That's it 24/7 in Yonkers. Everything else at midnight they have to be closed. That's the ordinance. We have supermarket. Most of them will be closed by 8:30. ShopRite in Yonkers, I think till 12 midnight. I think it's also midnight. And that's it. Nothing else. Everything else is closed. In New York City, everything is open 24/7. You got supermarkets that are open 24/7. You got McDonald's in New York City open 24/7, especially the one in Times Square. 24/7. They never close. They never close. You know? So yeah, that's not gonna happen. And then so that's why those days for me are over. I'm not gonna see those days anymore. Those were the good old days where a station can sign off at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then they don't come back out till 6 o'clock in the morning. Now we don't have that. Now we have continuous and of course TV changed. TV has changed. I remember the late show used to be we didn't have the 10 o'clock news in the 70s. We had you know, we had we had the news in the morning, midday was the last news. 6 o'clock news. That was it. Now we have 10 o'clock news. And then after that, we have the late. Before the late show was around 10 o'clock and it would finish around 11 or 12 o'clock midnight. That was it. And then you sign off. Now the late show is at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Then they had the late show or the late night show, whatever. Now people stay up all night now. So yeah, them days are over. Them days are over now. You think about it. James Radio check. Some of the of course, the low wattage. Some of the low wattage stations go off the air at sunset, usually at the higher end of the band. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You know what? That explains. I think some of the like the medium wave band, like the graveyard. Some of the graveyard stations, or they power down, and they probably have automated something. They don't have no live content. So yeah, that kind of explains it too. Yeah, Jim. Oh, I'm gonna get to that next now, because that's what I noticed now with over the air. Because I watch a lot of the Crime Network over the air. That's what I watch the most now. Of course, lately I've been watching the World Cup on Univision, but also I watch the Crime Network. I like to watch that a lot. So there's a lot of ads on Medicare. Of course, what's the other one they show a lot? Of course, you got Nespen commercial. I've got this. Yeah, I've got this. With Nespen, you got this. ED ads, yeah. The beach blanket commercial. Kizik. Was it Kizik? These shoes that you slip these sneakers, you just slip them on. There's no laces. Yeah. King and DX, others I heard on 103, 100.3 are here. KDJE, Jacksonville, Arkansas, Little Rock. KDVV, Topeka, Kansas. KJKK, Dallas. KILT, Houston. KCYY, San Antonio. And KRRV, Alexandria, Louisiana. Okay. Yeah, Jim's ready to check. Regular season has too many Medicare. Oh, they got to pay their bills, you know? They got to pay the bills. Yeah, but I noticed there's a lot of. And the Cindy Crawford. Oh my God. That one comes out. That's like a 5-minute ad. The Cindy Crawford one. I get that on the Crime Network. The Crime Network, I get that one a lot. The, melon, whatever they call it, the melon cream. It's like a melon extract supposed to get rid of your wrinkles. I know this commercial because I see it every day. And it's always on the half hour. On the half. So I'm watching a Crime Network, like I'm watching Cold Case Files. And at the half hour mark, that Cindy Crawford commercial comes on. And it's like 5 minutes long. I had to go 5 minutes, the commercial. It's like a 5-minute commercial almost. And I just be like, okay, let me get up and make a sandwich or something. Or, piss break or something. I don't know. Because it's like a 5-minute ad for the Cindy Crawford commercial. It's annoying. Bad Fitter. That's another commercial I see a lot. Bad Fitter. When that annoying wife says, I've been trying for years to get this guy to redo my bathroom. She sounds annoying. When I watch that commercial, I'm like, man, she sounds like an annoying nag. I've been trying for years to get this guy to redo my bathroom. Oh my God. I look at the I know it's a commercial. I go, poor guy, got to live with her. Because the way she says it in the commercial, I'm trying to get him to do the bathroom for years. Like, okay, master. Oh my God. Some of those commercials are silly. Of course, you got the ones now with the Camp Lejeune. I know. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of it. But now they have the lawsuits. The Camp Lejeune, drinking water lawsuits. That's not. They have a lot of those ambulance chasing commercials now. Yeah. So these commercials are like, okay, if you did, yeah, like you said, oh yeah, cancer. Yeah, the cancer commercials. Yeah, there's a lot of those commercials on TV now. Oh my God. Like, wow. Yeah, a lot of those stuff. The ED. The one with the the one with the woman that she's what's the commercial? The one with the woman that she's buying diapers and she's at the register and they're ringing up the diapers. She's looking around like she's so embarrassed, like you know. So now you can order them discreetly. You can wear your diapers. You can order your diapers discreetly now. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, it's the third hour right now coming up in a few seconds. So 2 hours and 59 minutes. And it's getting down to it's the third hour now, which really starts going whoop. Anything goes now. No, actually, the chat is always like that. It's just sometimes we get down. Right now we got 5 people watching, so happy Thanksgiving. And yeah. So 3 hours on. It's 1:00 in the afternoon here in Yonkers, New York. I'll be on for another half hour, maybe, whatever. Let's see. Yeah. So let me read some of this. Okay. So the ED ads, dysfunctional ads. No thanks. All right, Jim. Take care. You gotta roll. Yeah, I'm gonna roll soon. Yeah, enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. God bless. Take care. I'll see you on Tuesday. And Keegan Diaz, I seen Cold Case Files. They have Bill Curtis narrating. Yeah, former anchor. Yeah, Bill Curtis, former anchor on CBS owned WBBM Chicago. I didn't know. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, good. I didn't know that. Former anchor on CBS owned WBBM Chicago Channel 2. Currently on WBEZ Chicago 91.5 and NPR. Wait. No. Okay, cool. Yeah. Actually, let me check something out real quick. It's about to start, actually. Let me check my TV. Okay. My TV. I had to switch it to my TV on my other screen. Because the game of Brazil is going to start any minute. Brazil and who's playing Brazil? So Portugal just won. They beat Ghana 3-2. So that's the last game in Portugal. And then so right now it's gonna be Brazil and who they play? I forgot who they play. I have to check. It's Serbia. I think it's Serbia. Yeah. Now I think I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes. King this, I'm now having mashed potatoes with gravy and stuffing. That sounds good. Cause I have to get ready upstairs anyway. Cause I'm gonna set up the table upstairs and all that. Yeah. So Brazil is gonna play. Okay, they're coming out. Yeah. So they're about to start any minute. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna 3 hours is good. Anyway, and apple juice. Cool. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna be back on Tuesday. Of course, I was on today earlier because today's Thanksgiving. I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Um, enjoy your holiday. It's of course a holiday weekend, so enjoy your holiday weekend. And Keegan, like I said, I have a couple of channels. I'm gonna check out I'm gonna subscribe to your other channel too. And so yeah. Anyway, so I want you, like I said, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and I'll see you soon. And take care. Be good to each other. And take care. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you Tuesday, 4 o'clock Eastern. Take care. Bye-bye.